Hello and welcome to the Godmother podcast. I am the Godmother and so happy that you chose to join us today. For those of you who are new, thank you. I so appreciate you coming. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. For my returners, mwah, 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 thank you so much. I appreciate all of your consistent support. Appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. So today, I want to start off by letting those know who are new and do not know who the Godmother is. I am the Godmother, and I am here to share inspiration, encouragement, compassion, love, understanding, nourishment for the mind, body, and soul. In a world and society that has a lot of chaos, I want to be able to uplift others, be able to share knowledge and information that can be beneficial, change the energy in a positive way in our society. Nothing is going to happen overnight, but at the end of the day, these are steps and these are methods and strategies that I can use to add to getting some positivity back in the energy. So I created this channel to be able to talk about different topics stemmed around family, individuality, home, occupation, education, and community so that we can be able to rise the vibration in society, whatever way that looks like on a good note. And everybody has their skill or craft or gift that they can be able to contribute to add to that positivity in society. And this is me doing it. I might not reach everyone, but if I just reach someone, that's all that matters. And if the message that I bring today isn't for you, please pass it along. When I started my channel, I had already been the one that I'm the go-to. Many people come to me, which had me go ahead and form the name of Godmother. I've been auntie, I've been TT, of course, I'm mama, I'm grandma, but I'm a godmother to all. And there's so much love that's needed out here, so much understanding and compassion. I'm going to add to it. Now, the topic that I choose to talk about today is stemmed around some of the reasons why I am the way that I am and why I made the choice to begin to make these type of content and share it. Most of us, majority of us went to school. Myself, yes, I went to school, which is the education that many of us was required to do. After a certain grade level, it's more of a choice. Some people don't finish the basic requirements, some do. But this curriculum was created for whatever reason, and we were all required to go here and learn the education. Okay? You further it, it takes it to another level where you get degrees and you have professions, and you're doing good. You're living off of that income that you make off of that profession that you are now in, that you went to school for all that time and accumulated that degree and license. So the thing is this is that respect to all of us who put the time and dedication in order to do that level and that form of education. But there's so many ways that many of us can learn just in society. We don't always have to just go spend hundreds of or thousands of dollars in order to pay for a course in order to learn some stuff. You can literally just learn by your neighbors, Learn by the people that you're around. Learn in training when you are working jobs. They normally train you to be able to know that system. And once you learn that system, this is an actual added skill that you now have. So there's always ways that we can learn. And all of us have gifts and talents, skill sets that we can share. And it does come from somewhere. We learn it. We are the student and we watch, we attend, we pay attention, we take notes, we pass quizzes and tests, and we obtain that certification, that license, that degree. But also, and I'm going to tally back on when we work in positions and jobs. When we get trained under that system, it's a knowledge that we have. And it doesn't go anywhere. You cannot do it as regularly as you would do it if you were working there still, but you still retain it. It's the same that is applied to when we actually tune in to one of the media platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, um, what is it, tweet, whatever the case is, there's so much information and knowledge that gives us the opportunity to obtain and acquire new skills and knowledge and information. And that's what I've been doing over the last decade. I don't know about you all, but don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being on a social website, social site platform, and being able to engage with other individuals. We have to be mindful to not get trapped there because it's easy to get into that low vibrational energy when you get sucked into gossip and drama and negativity and fighting and crime. It's like I will not ever understand why is that interesting, but okay, it's being posted, it's on there. It's not interesting to me. To me, there's too much knowledge and information available that I can be able to enhance my skill sets, learn new skill sets, and be able to obtain ways on what I can be able to do more with that skill set in an honest way. In addition to obtaining information that maybe I was privy to, or maybe I just did not have access. That's the type of education that I love and I'm going to speak about today. It's so many teachers out here on the platform, but we got to be mindful. What are you actually embracing and receiving? Are you learning or are you just lurking and looking? Yes, your brain needs a break every now and then. So, of course, I'm not speaking for you to overload your brain. No, but you should be utilizing this device and this access to a more beneficial level. And so that's what I did. And when I think about the last decade on how I've been evolving and how I've evolved up to this point, there's many individuals that I have connected with through the social platforms that have taught me things. And they have been my teachers thus far. Even with my degree, there's still room for me to learn things because it takes the time for you to go and get a whole nother course in order to learn a whole nother curriculum for a particular skill trait. But with these social platforms, we're able to learn them quite quickly. And you're able to grasp the information, take notes, and then create your own study guide so that you can be able to learn the knowledge that obviously you're seeking, which is the reason why you have actually frequent these pages. And that is what exactly what happened to me. Okay. I have a few that I'm going to share with you today because they have been some of my educational teachers. And it's so much that we can learn out here that we can take up on ourselves and be able to, in turn, put it within our own family dynamics. And that's exactly what I'm focusing on. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sharing it with you to let you know that you're welcome to do this as well. You might be familiar with some of these people. You might have heard me talk about these people before. You might already get study guides and follow them. That's what's up. This is what we need. There's so much content out here that is more beneficial and positive than the negative chaos drama and low vibrational energy that is being put out here. When I realized that they are able to put horrific crimes on social media, I definitely have to be mindful. When we when we intake by even looking and listening to something, it affects you in a way that you should know by now. But if it's entertaining to you, then that's obviously what you like, not me. But for me, I'm going to continue to use these tools and these platforms to learn the information and knowledge that, one, I didn't want to at the time then when it was available to me, or two, it was not accessible or I wasn't aware. So I want to start by thanking all content creators who bring forth knowledge, information, lessons, skill sets, advice. Thank you. I appreciate you if nobody else does. And I take that for what it is because that is valuable information. Publicized. VIP. For free. For now. So one of the individuals that I started following some time back, he's Dr. Boyce Watkins. Don't quote me. I want to say he's from Chicago. I'm not sure, but I know he has some connections and some ties. And Dr. Boyce Watkins, that's exactly what he is. And he's with financial literacy, and he has a black business school, and he does black financial empowerment. When I was going to school, there were certain things that I was learning, but I had said to myself, even when I was going to school, are we going to use these things when we get older, right? And one of the things that Dr. Boyce Watkins really advocates for and teaches is how to speak, to teach, and instill and feed and nourish the young black entrepreneur. We're taught to be laborers. We're not taught to be business owners. And especially in our community, it is easier. And I believe I heard someone say that when it comes to our community, it seems that we don't want to deal with the management of most situations. So we would rather work and have someone else do it for us. I don't know if that's true. Could it be? I don't know. At the same token, when you take us when we are young and you mold and you feed us in a way to where you keep instilling that, yes, your gifts and talents can be nourished and you can be able to create something where you can be able to use that as a career, build that up, and then that is how you can be able to make an honest income. It's not nourished enough because, yes, most of the time it's nourished to go to school and get a job. But this individual, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and once again, he's not saying don't go to school. He advocates and he promotes financial literacy and black financial empowerment. He has the Black Financial School. And he's always advocating for us to be breeding entrepreneurs, to show them how they can be able to build wealth for themselves and for generations. We don't talk about that much. And it took for me to go to YouTube to be able to find out about this king and this star and learn about him, to be able to follow him, look at his videos, and learn the knowledge that I have. I encourage you to go and to check out his page, Dr. Boyce Watkins. What is financial literacy? It is something that we all and all families need to be learning. That's some education that needs to be the focus, because we're not getting that focus or lesson in the basic public school. But we should be making sure that in our households, we're teaching. I did come from an era where we had chores and we had allowances. It just wasn't taught. Why don't you learn how to budget that allowance? I was so quick to go spend it, but it took me to get older to learn financial literacy, and I feel is that that should be a mandated and mandatory subject in all curriculums, especially when you're teaching K through 12th grade. So I'm thankful for Dr. Boyce Watkins to be able to supply this information to the people in our community. Now, he has information that he provides for free, and he also has other information that you can actually join courses that he has and classes so that he could be able to teach you even more in depth. But I think I know it's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's an appreciated thing. So, yes, he's one of the ones that educate me. Next, now also when you think about, finances on certain levels, I follow this group of guys, group of men, pardon myself, EYL, Earn Your Leisure, Troy, Rashad, and Bilal. And then also I follow 19 Keys. You've heard me speak of him. He has the high level conversation. When we talk about the EYL, which stands for Earn Your Leisure, these brothers, they are the ones that help you build up financial portfolios and stocks based off of the information they provide to you, showing you what it is that they know, teaching you what it is that they know. Now, I took the leap several years ago to purchase some stock, and for the first time, I bought some stock this year. Once again, these are not conversations that we're having. Think about it. The name of the YouTube channel is called Earn Your Leisure. These are the group of men who have collaborated together to be able to share information to provide to the community, which is financial literacy, and also teaching us stuff. And it makes sense. They're giving us the knowledge and the information to earn your leisure. Do you get it? You want to have leisure time and you want to be able to kick back and enjoy. Well, you got to build yourself up to that point. And I love that it is some brothers that we see doing that. And I'm telling you, they big. They're the ones that started the Invest Fest. How smart is, thank you, to start something like such? No, I have not made it there. But I'm going to always speak of it, because at the end of the day, I will get there. And somebody else out there might not even know that it's going. I've asked several people who don't know about it. I appreciate when we have individuals, and it's even highly respected when they're younger and they're making moves like that to teach the community information that some people have gatekeeped. But here you have these men are showing us We're so used to being stereotyped to say all we know how to do is sell drugs or rap or strip. No, no, no. It's so much more. And I love when examples like such are given. There's many of them. And when they're consistent, you got to give them their flowers. Now, some way, the connection with EYL and 19 Keys, because 19 Keys has high level conversations. I love the fact that this brother is able to pull very important individuals that have meaningful and beneficial information and knowledge, that when he interviews, he asks these questions that, yes, the information is flooding. And he's a young brother, and this is what his passion and his calling is telling him to do. So now I remember I seen he he did a tour, and I believe on the tour he actually introduced these individuals called the Acre Boys. Okay? One thing that I love about 19 Keys is that he's always down for growth in the black community, structure in the black community and in the family, right? He's addressing issues that many of us might not want to talk about because, man, it could be hitting home. But the truth of the matter is, we need to have those conversations in order to get us to a point where it's that we're living and enjoying what it is that we are meant. So I can respect that, brother. And so EYL and 19 Keys are definitely teachers that I get educated from. When you have individuals that's putting out this content, and trust me, it's not cheap or free to put out the information and knowledge that they do, but they do. And so as a student, I pay attention. These are the knowledge that I take back to my family and say, hey, let's do this. We got work to do because now we got knowledge and information that helps us with forming a plan and structure so that we can move forward and grow. And so when I started following these individuals and I started realizing the content that I was hearing, it had my antennas all the way up, and hey, I began to start taking notes. EYL and 19 Keys. Another young brother that I came across, 363 Empire, okay? And he's Radio Rich. He actually used to be another name, but he recently changed it. Black Magic. Now he is 36 Empire, and he's Radio Rich, but I believe it's Righteous Rich now. So he has very interesting content on his podcast. The things that I learned from him revolve around ancient history, and then he also have guests that come on and talk about more of astrology and astronomy. Okay? I'm totally interested in that. And when it comes to universal evolution, ancient Egypt, ancient civilizations, you can get a lot of information from his videos because of the content that he shares and creates and shares, but then for the individuals that he have on as for interviews. And some of the individuals that have come through his podcast that I am familiar with too, and I learn as well, is Billy Carson from Forbidden Knowledge and Sister Myra. Now, 3-6 Empire, Radio Rich, and Forbidden Knowledge, they speak on what we would call the conspiracy level. But one thing I love about Radio Rich is that he don't get into the shenanigans of, or the shenanigans where it's that I want to give you a show, I want to break down, and His interviewing questions are impeccable to is that he asks the questions that provide more clarity and understanding to the viewer so that when we are obtaining this content and information, we're understanding what we are hearing or seeing or being told. And so I respect that because I get taught many things, based off of historian knowledge. And with the individuals that he have brought on, it has given me guidelines to be able to go and do research to find more about origin of who we are as a species. Some people are interested in that, some people aren't. Whatever the case is, I'm sharing with you. Sister Myra, she's an ancestor, she's an elder, she's an elder, and she's highly respected, but the knowledge in this empress, I love it. And she breaks down the evolution and journey that is connected to astrology through the zodiac signs and the elements. And when I say that she teaches deep and she also has courses available, you can look her up. And that is Sistar. And that's Sistar Myra. When I first got introduced to her, I was introduced to her. Of course, I don't mean literally, but I mean watched her on the video. I was actually viewing one of 363 Empire's videos, and he has Sister Myra on there. And as I was listening to her, she's so deep to where is it that she breaks down the four elements. She breaks down the how they're connected to the universal soul family from the mother, the father, the brother, the sister. When she gets to teaching that knowledge of astrology and astronomy and showing how it is connected to your inner personality and being, you're going to want to start being her student too. It's so much knowledge out here that can definitely feed you more than the nonsense and chaos and shenanigans that they allow people to post that they know is not good. Start feeling, if you're not, start filling your mind up with something that is feeding your soul and nourishing your mind. Not the bullshit, I'm going to just say it, not the bullshit of the fighting, the drama, the killing, the crime, the chaos, the art. Come on now. It's too much to learn. If it's so much that you haven't achieved and accomplished, you should be finding what it is you want to do and getting your butt on one of these social platforms and learning the strategies and methods and skill sets that they teaching and move forward. You know you should be. Another woman that I follow is Mama T. Okay. Mama T is deep, and also Mama T, she has some tea. So, as I want to be able to break down to you, because there's so many people that I follow, but I also learn different things from different people. Now, just because I'm learning these type of information and knowledge from these individuals and these channels, doesn't mean that you're not able to learn anything else beyond that. You need to check these individuals out and see what it is that they can offer you. I'm telling you what they offer me. I'm telling you the education that I'm getting on social platforms that is aiding and supporting my constant evolution. Mama T is inspiring for several different things. One of the things is that she inspires me to go ahead and begin creating my own herbal tea blend. She has her own product. Look her up. She has her own site. She has more than that to offer, but I'm just speaking on the tea right now. And Because her name is Mama T, she's normally drinking some tea. And some of that kind of plays a part with my tea too, but I drink tea. So even though she does it, it was even more inspired to do it because I get inspired when I see her drinking her tea. Tea is medicinal and it helps. And there's so many other attributes of teas and so many different brands, flavors, spices, and herbs. Do your research. Check Mama T out. Mama T, and that's MahmahT. Okay? You can look her up. Now, in addition to teas, she's also an individual that does more historian knowledge, origin of evolution of our kind, of our species. And she has a lot of knowledge that she shares that gives you guidelines that you can create so that you can go and do your own research, right? She does ponder the head to make you think. But I love how she does bring her receipts and she will let you know whether this is her opinion, her view, or this is based off of the knowledge and research that she has obtained with the work that she has put in. See, that's what I'm saying. This is profession, this is scholar work. This is, what do you call these people? Professors at colleges work. This is what these content creators are doing. They're sharing this knowledge with us so that we know, because guess what? People are not going to be here at some point. And all of that knowledge is going to go with them. So they put visuals out so that you can always be able to access and learn this knowledge. I, that's a blessing. That's a blessing to be able to have access to information that you know you did not have to pay for. But ones was willing to say, I know this and I'm going to share this with you. I hope y'all appreciative because I know I am. So it's Mama T. Now, the next two individuals, you've heard me speak of one, and recently I got in tune with another one. Queen Afua and Yaki Awakened. Now, I recently found a video where they were doing, either they were having a video, an interview that had them both on the panel, or they were speaking on a Zoom where they were both joined in, but it's something. But the thing is this, is that I was so happy when I found out that there was some type of connection that these two had made, because the knowledge and the information that these two individuals have, it's a blessing to be able to have the opportunity to have access to it. So Queen Afua, she actually is an author. She's an herbalist. She has so many titles. Look her up, and that's Queen Afua, Afua. Look her up. She has a website and everything. I always share with you all to look up because I want you all to do your own research too, and I want you to get into the notion of being able to take the time to do the work to find out what it is that has been shared with you. What is the validation of it? What else can you find out? And so I give you the spelling because we all know how to use our search engines and our computers and our phones. Look it up. It's going to give you all our information. But the information is what is of value. It's worth going to look for. Going to look for her and following her and who she is. Her book, Soul of a Woman. Look it up. There's audios of it. Kindle has audios of it. She has other publications. Then you have Yaki Awakened, Master Herbalist, Certified Biochemist. He has so many accolades, credentials under him, certifications. Those two offer the knowledge to where it's that they are showing us and teaching us how to live more healthy in what we intake in our body, whether that be through food, knowledge, energy, all of that and more. When I think about especially those two, how I wish that I had encountered them so long ago, but I believe in alignment. And I know when the time is come, they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I'm so glad that I got to this point to encounter who these individuals were. When I read The Soul of a Woman, as well as listened to the audiobook, and Queen Afua was speaking of Black women and hysterectomy and fibroid. Check her out. She even got deep to where is it that the spiritual energy effects of it and what's going on when we dealing with the war. The sister came for her sisters to say, man, I'm going to show you how to get us right. We got to get right inside because guess what? We, the feminine, divine energy, has to be healed so that it can do what it needs to do. And Queen Afua, she teaches us how to do that. And it's so much more that I'm learning about this empress. But these are the type of things that we should have been talking about. Conversations that you having with friends and this and that. You'd be like, I just spent all this time on some bullshit. And so then when you start bringing these conversations up and people say, what you doing? Girl, I just got off them this video watching it. Girl, I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, okay. Then they would be like, girl, you heard about it? I ain't trying to hear that. It's too much that I have to do that I'm ready to do because I'm thinking about the ones coming behind me, so I don't have time to be wasting my energy. And I'm so thankful for the teachers that I've been able to find, and I have a whole bunch of them. I'm just giving you a handful because I ain't trying to keep you that long. But it's many. I always got something I can click that I could be able to say, let me watch that's going to feed my soul today. The same way that I aim and my objective is to feed and nourish your soul. You think I don't have nobody that's doing it to me? Absolutely. That's why I follow them. Those are my teachers. That's the education I'm getting. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I'm getting. Now, Yaki Awaken. I've been hearing so much about him. I've just begun my journey with him, okay? And he has several videos that I have not yet completed, but they were so powerful, and I encourage you all to look him up because the reviews that I hear on this king, star, brother, man, thank you. His knowledge and his intention and his desire to even want to share this knowledge, it's an honor to be amongst the ones that have access to it. And once again, he's one of our brothers. He put in the work. He took the time out to obtain and then retain very valuable information. And then he presented it to his people, to his community, to teach others. So now, I don't know if you're familiar with any of these individuals, but I encourage you to go and seek them out and learn yourself of what it is that they are teaching. I mean, come on, y'all. It's so many things that we come across on these social platforms that we embrace and we take in. Let it be something that's beneficial, that's worth it, that you can use, you could pass on. And you're not going to be able to do everything. I'm saying go with what speaks to you. You know what interests you. You know what you want to learn. You know what you want to know. And they got some of everything on here. And I am asking y'all, pleading, stay in the lines of positive search. It's enough of the chaos out here. Enough of the mess. So we have Dr. Boyce Watkins, EYL, which consists of 3 males, which is Troy, Rashad, and Bilal. You have high-level conversations that come with the Brother 19 Keys. You have 363 Empire, which comes with Radio Rich. Okay? And you have Billy Carson, who has forbidden knowledge. And that is 4, with the forbidden knowledge. You can look him up. He has phenomenal content videos. Very knowledgeable. He's deep. If you're not ready for that, that's not where you need to be. He's breaking it down on the conspiracies of what it is, on what it really is. Then you have Sister Myra. Sister Myra. This is an elder who is actually sharing her knowledge of astrology and astronomy. We can't do nothing but say thank you. Thank you. And I love when I see her on interviews. And Radio Rich 36 Empire, he brings her on a lot. They have a connection. And I mean, it's up there, baby. She got it. And she shares it. I'm taking my little notes. Mama T. Mama T. Mahmaht. Look her up. Look her up. And then you have Queen Afua and Yaki Awaken. What I have done is that I have utilized these learning sessions, and I'm continuously utilizing them, that aid and support me in building this community that I'm working on. It's already started working with me building with my family. It's also aiding in me building the community that I'm working on. I don't know what sparks your interest on these social media platforms. I don't know what guides you or brings you in. But I know that there's enough knowledge and information that we should all be learning something and utilizing it. As 19 Keys was sharing and expressing. Receiving the knowledge is a good thing. Applying it is where you see the wisdom. And the young brothers on EYL stated, knowledge is the key. That key opened doors. You ready to go where you want to go? Make sure you're learning what you want to learn. Because when it comes to education, that's where a student like me is sitting at. I ain't going to take up too much more of y'all time. I so appreciate you tuning in with me today. Let me just say thank you for joining. Please hit the like, comment. You know what I'm saying? Education, learn. Let us know that you've tapped into this video. Share, please. If the message wasn't for you, share it with somebody else. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And I wish you all nothing but greatness and goodness in all your days. Have an amazing day on purpose. sending nothing but good vibes and much love. Have a good one.